Hey everybody, it's Dr. K here from Professional Education Services, and today I have a list of 10 tips and tricks to help you be successful on your state CNA exam. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start up here with number 1, and that is if you get pulse and respiration as one of your skills, count out loud. If you count out loud, then there can be no discrepancy between you and the test observer. So that's tip number 1. Let's go ahead and move on to number 2, and that is with every single task, make sure that you're locking those bed breaks and the wheelchair breaks. Remember, that's one of the bolded items from Headmaster, and if it's not done, then unfortunately you'll fail that skill. So I've actually seen reports come in where students did everything perfectly except they forgot to lock those wheelchair breaks or bed breaks, and then they unfortunately ended up failing that entire skill. So make sure to lock those bed breaks. Number 3, when washing your hands, make sure to wash for at least 20 seconds. Do the happy birthday song, whatever it's going to take to get that done, but make sure that you're actually counting and washing for that full 20 seconds because you don't want that to be one of the things that dings you when you get that skill. Number 4, if you get mouth care, make sure to wear gloves. Remember, we're watching for infection control practices, so it's incredibly important that if you're doing mouth care, you have to remember that you could come into contact with blood and body fluids, especially in the mouth, because some people's mouths tend to bleed. Sometimes their gums do when you're doing mouth care on them. So make sure to put gloves on for this particular skill. Number 5. As you're going through each of the steps, verbalize what you're doing. State out loud, okay, we're gonna lock these wheelchair breaks, I'm gonna pivot transfer you, we're gonna put the gate belt on. Say the steps out loud, and then you don't forget them. So of course too, if the test observer happened to be busy or perhaps not observing and they didn't perhaps see you do something, if you verbalize that you do it as you're doing it, then that discrepancy is gone. So, number 6, when doing positioning, don't forget to ask that test observer to stand on the other side of the bed to hold that resident. Remember, we're looking for safety issues with that particular skill. Also with this skill, you want to remember that you have to use pillows. So you want to go ahead, grab those pillows and make sure that you have enough for positioning your resident if you get this particular task. Number 7, if you get range of motion, and that can be any range of motion skill, make sure to ask about pain. You can say it in a lot of different ways. Did this cause you any pain? Was this painful? Are you in pain? There's lots of different ways to do that, but they're really looking to see that you're asking that resident about pain, and this tends to be one that gets forgotten quite a few times with the skills test. Number 8, and I'm gonna say this a lot, when in doubt, glove it out. If you have a skill that maybe doesn't require gloves, but you want to wear gloves, that is perfectly okay. A really great example of this is the foot care skill. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I happen to be a little bit squeamish about feet. So if I were to get foot care, even though Headmaster doesn't require it, I'm gonna put on gloves before I start working with somebody's feet. So when in doubt, glove it out. Okay, for number 9, make sure to review Headmaster's candidate handbook. In the back of this, they have a vocabulary list, and that vocabulary list gives you some ideas of the types of questions that they're going to be asking about for your state knowledge exam. So for that knowledge exam, this vocabulary list kind of will help guide you and help you to see what types of questions that they'll be asking on that knowledge exam. And finally, for number 10, practice, practice, practice. I cannot stress this enough. Make sure that you are 100% prepared before you go into that state exam. You want to do practice exams for the knowledge test, and you also want to make sure that you've practiced all of the skills, whether that's a review or whether you've used cue cards. There's lots of different options out there, but just make sure that you've practiced and that you're ready to go. Now, if you need any help at all, Professional Education Services is here to help, and you can reach us via any of the contact methods listed on our website up above. Again, I'm Dr. Kenyon. You've got this. Good luck on your state CNA exam.